Inside the Room, a music show where the music comes first.
We are inside the room with Dust Bolt. What's up?
Let's go! Nice to be here. Nice to meet you.
How did you guys come together as a band? You've been together a long time, since what, like 2007 or so?
Like if you take like a high school band movie, it's kind of like our story. I think we all of us watched School of Rock, the movie, at the right time, you know, being like 12 years old, going to school, and then you're like, hey, let's start a band.
So who are some of the main bands or other artists who influenced you guys?
We were 12 or 13 years old, which means we just started to explore music. And I think once this metal thing with Metallica and Anthrax hit us, you know, we just started to freak out and buy CDs and get vinyls and listen to anything, like anything that was metal, anything that was thrash metal.
So how did y'all come up with the name Dust Bolt?
We were, I think, 15 then, 15 or something, and we were hanging out, having a beer probably or something in the evening, looking in the stars, and we tried to come up with a band name, which was really hard, and nobody had any idea. For some reason, it turned out to be Dust Bowl, and it was like, yeah, that's cool, that's it, and then we just went for it.
So your first demo, Chaos Possession, it got Demo of the Month by Metal Hammer. How'd that come about?
So Munich was the place where like, oh, we gotta make it to Munich and play gigs there. You know, that's like the big city where you can, you know, play good shows and stuff. So we would just having the demo, and we would just go out to see metal shows and talk to everybody, be super young kids and giving like, hey, I got a band. Can you listen to that? Just check it out, you know. Yeah, we were lucky that obviously the demo just got into the right hands of the right person, and then we got the news that it became Demo of the Month in Metal Hammer, which was a big thing back then.
And not too long after that, you got your first record deal. How did that come about?
They just saw that there was like some young kids being 17 years old. They all already had a record, which they kind of like organized by themselves. We got the news that there's a label who wants to sign us and make an album and stuff. And yeah, that was kind of like the logical next step back then for us.
And you guys got to play with Sepultura and Death Angel. What were those shows like?
I mean, great, of course. You can imagine we were super young. We were fans of Sepultura. And suddenly we played gigs with them. And that was really cool because same with Obituary. You know, Sepultura and Obituary, those two bands were like bands that they were like big uncles for us. You know, we watched every step they did. That was like priceless. So it was the best thing that could happen to us. So we had some good people as role models who've been out there, been on tour, they've seen it all. This is where we can find some guys where we can look up to and try to make it the same way somehow.
So one of your videos, Agent Thrash, was it as much fun to make as it is to watch? Because that video just looks like so much fun, like you just called up a bunch of friends and, hey, you want to be in our video?
Back then it was just, oh, we need to do a music video, and it was always like, we don't know how this works. And then it was like a typical Dust Bowl thing. It was like, okay, if we don't know how it works, then maybe we just should do it by ourselves and see if we can do it by ourselves. Just invited a couple of friends and be like, hey, we gotta make a video, do you want to come over? And that was like really us being 21 or something, and that was just the life we lived, you know. We just kind of like called everybody and filmed what we would do anyway.
What does the DBTC stand for? What's the TC? On the back of the van.
Thrash Crew. It's Dust Bowl Thrash Crew.
Oh,
so,
Thrash Crew.
You know, so many friends who like love what we do and love the idea of what we do, and they still come with us on tour and like driving the van and selling merch and stuff. Now we kind of like reanimated it, so we started to build online communities, which is called DBTC for all Dust Bowl fans and diehard fans, and involving the people. We have online communities where we share stuff. We're like, hey guys, what do you think? We're thinking of this merch item. Do you like it and stuff? And try to involve people. The idea is just to make clear that it's not just about the 4 guys being on stage, but this is something that is bigger than those 4 guys. It stands for a lot of more than just like 4 musicians. It's a community. It's kind of like a family.
So what's next for Dust Bowl? You have a bunch of shows coming up in Germany.
Like a year ago, we started like this new phase, this new era, which meant we got a room, we build our own studio, we build our own, which is like a headquarter right now. And we had this idea of maybe we can use the modern digital technology to write and record songs in here, produce them in here, and share it directly to the fans, like independent, without a label for now. We just were like, okay, let's see what happens and let's try it. And so we did that with Ghost on My Screen. It was the first single that we did like this, and people loved it. And it was like, cool, it's an interesting way. Let's just continue doing that. So, and it turned out that we are releasing a brand new EP on vinyl, and it's basically the first physical vinyl that we have made without a label. So we are the label. So now we have like Dust Bowl being 100% independent, having our own label, doing everything by ourselves with our team, which is really cool. We own all the rights, and we want to see how far we can take this going from there. So next year there will be an album, a full album. So the EP vinyl is just a limited vinyl for the DBTC and for special fans, for diehard fans. Next year we're gonna do the full-length album, also on vinyl. We're gonna release some old stuff, Chaos Possession demo on vinyl, our first record on vinyl, and next year is gonna be a touring year. Yes, so we wanna go back to the States and go everywhere possible and play non-AI live music.